Hello, YouTube. This is Mythos coming at you with a very special unboxing and minor review for The Flash. Now, today, the season premiere of The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow came out. So I figured it would be a good day to unbox this. It's The Dark Knight Returns. Technically, it's actually from Dark Knight, right? The Dark Knight Strikes Back. Flash. And in the spirit of Legends of Tomorrow, you'll see it also comes with an Atom figure. And for those of you who don't know, the Atom is one of the characters on Legends of Tomorrow alongside Firestorm, White Canary, Heatwave, Citizen Steel, and the Time Master, Rip Hunter. Anyway, it says here on the side of the box, that when the Flash is imprisoned and forced into the service of his enemies, the Atom helps to free him. That's because in The Dark Knight Strikes Back, which was utterly terrible, I think Frank Miller's starting to go senile. Anyway, the Flash was being held captive by the government and was being used as a living battery. The government, of course, was being controlled by Lex Luthor, who had created a solid light hologram that was acting as the president. And any vigilantes that did not submit to him, like Superman, who pretty much sold out all of his friends, and Dick Grayson, who became a hitman for him, which I hated, turning him into the new Joker, who's an evil shapeshifter. I don't know what they were thinking of I don't know what Frank Miller's problem was, that he thought doing that was a good idea, because that's just such a disservice to one of the best characters in the DC universe, Dick Grayson. Anyway, I'm getting the Flash figure out. Very easy to get this one out. Very good. Now, here is the little tiny Ray Palmer Atom figure. Look at how tiny he is. But you know what? That's appropriate. I'm probably going to put him up with my DC 3.5 to 4-inch figure sets. And we also get a old man Bruce Wayne head, I guess, for part of some sort of build-a-figure campaign. Now, the interesting thing about this particular Flash suit is that for some reason it is black. Sort of like the Black Flash, aka the Black Racer. And also, it exposes his legs for some reason. Yeah, this kind of looks like a jogger. Now, here's the most interesting thing about this particular character. The overall figure build is identical to this, which I got 7 years ago. They just repainted the figure and changed the feet. See, the feet are different, and he's wearing sort of platform boot sneakers instead of these. And interestingly note, when I got this figure, its foot was actually deformed right here. So it's kind of coming out of its socket, and there's nothing I can do about that. So it's like really loose. So that's another reason why I got this one, because its foot isn't messed up. See? It's not messed up. Anyway, it has all of the same articulation points as this other figure. Like, completely. It looks like the figure has been somewhat refined in the chest area, and the head sculpt is slightly different. So it's kind of a different figure, but at the same time, it's also kind of the same figure. You know, so it's a variant of this older figure that they just redesigned slightly. Which, I don't know if they did that with the DC Multiverse TV Flash figure yet. I haven't actually acquired that one yet, so I don't know for sure, but it probably is. Now, I also watched the premiere of The Flash and Legends tonight, and overall, I thought Iris was kind of being a bitch. I have not been a very big fan of hers for very long. I'm actually really surprised they kept her alive. I guess they kind of had to in order to stop Savitar, but still, well, whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, she was a real big bitch in this episode, and she did the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen someone do. Barry was completely out of it, and she let herself be captured, thinking he would come save her. He, of course, did, but still, that seems kind of stupid. If she does anything like that again, then honestly, I think she really needs help. I mean, we can let this slide one time, but if she can't make a habit of it, I mean, really. Also, I don't really know what they're really going to do with the character from this point. I mean, her and Barry are lovers. They're hoping to get married. Maybe they will get married this season, but I just don't know what they're really going to do with her character besides that. I also really didn't like how she was so cold towards everyone, and everyone looking to her as the boss, which I really don't like. I don't think she is worthy of being the boss. But whatever. Anyway, I really kind of was interested by that samurai villain, and it turned out he was an android made by the Thinker, who we already knew was coming to the show, of course. I really like their design for him. He looks like they're taking aspects from previous versions of Brainiac and also Charles Xavier from the X-Men with this version of him, because he's wheelchair bound and has a sort of designed headset that resembles Cerebro very heavily. Which, you know, this is not a villain that Barry can defeat by just running at it. This is someone that is going to be very challenging for him, and I'm also very interested in what's going on with Caitlin. And this season premiere was pretty good overall. I really didn't like the finale, though, of last season, so It's not really hard to do better than that one because there are just so many epic fails with that particular episode. Hopefully the writers this season will try a little bit harder to make the finale better, because out of all of the DC shows, Flash had the weakest finale. It had a weaker finale than Supergirl, had a weaker finale than Legends of Tomorrow, had a weaker finale than Lucifer, which is a DC show because it's based off the Lucifer Morningstar character created by Neil Gaiman in the Sandman comics, which was a big deal in the late 80s and throughout most of the 90s. But out of all of the shows, oh, it had a worse finale than Gotham as well. Anyway, Arrow had the strongest finale last year. Definitely. In fact, even Riverdale, which isn't even a DC show, it's an Archie show, had a better finale. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a better finale. Flash's finale was just all over the place, and the resolution was just really weak, and Savitar, he went out pathetically with a whimper instead of a bang, unlike the first two villains of the previous seasons, which went out with bangs. And honestly, Iris killing him was the most stupid thing they could have done. It would have actually been better if Julian had killed him. Or Jay. Or Wally. It was just so dumb. Overall, though, this premiere does fill me with some hope because it was pretty good. Nice lead up. The Legends of Tomorrow, The Legends of Tomorrow premiere was also kind of hit and miss with me. This Time Bureau stuff, so stupid. And it seems like Rip just totally betrayed all of his friends with this Time Bureau. And these Time Bureau people, they have their heads so far up their own asses. I hate them all. They're like, take away everything good about the Men in Black comics and movies, and that's what the Time Bureau is. They seem very flat, almost emotionless, and they're so smug and think they're so much better than everyone else. They're almost like Sentinel Services from The Gifted. But yeah, overall, I didn't like the Time Bureau. I really hope the main villain of this season completely destroys that organization. Also, I'm really glad they got rid of Vixen, even though it showed her going savage at the end of the episode in Zambezi, because I honestly did not like the Amaya Vixen character. She was created just because the actress who plays Mara McCabe was busy at the time. And her whole story arc was so stupid because by staying with the Legends at the end of Season 2, she pretty much would be erasing her granddaughter from existence, and that's the superior version of Vixen. That's the Mara McCabe one. So it's good she went back, so that course in time still happens. Also, I don't think Vixen is getting a third season this year, which is a bit sad. I think they're too busy dealing with the Freedom Fighters series, and also getting the other CW shows that are going to be online exclusive ready for their streaming site, which will be ready sometime in 2018. I think this was probably the weakest premiere of Legends so far. It was weaker than season 1 and 2's premieres, but I think this will still be a very strong season. Also, they're going to be having Constantine and Isis on it, two very prominent and fan favorite characters, especially Constantine, who's going to be played by Matt Ryan, of course. And I'm also looking forward to the premiere of Arrow tomorrow. Oh no, wait, that's on Thursdays now. My bad. Anyway, I'm looking for forward to the premiere of Arrow on Thursdays, and because that is one of my favorite shows. I really love it. I really love Stephen Amell as the Green Arrow, and I have enjoyed every season, even the ones that were a bit hit and miss. And Arrow usually does have really strong finales, like consistently. In fact, I don't think there's been a season finale of Arrow that I've been unhappy with. Anyway, I hope you'll stay tuned, and I hope, more people will come to my channel, because I'm currently, very low on subscribers. I don't even have 25. I know it's kind of greedy and stuff to, want more than what I currently have, but that is a pretty low count. Anyway, I'm going to keep making unboxing videos. I'm going to start doing some Let's Plays, and I'm also going to be doing some more reviews. Also, the comic book in the background that you can see, if you can tell me what book it is and what issue it is, I will give you a shout out on my next video if anyone enters this contest. There won't really be any prize other than getting a shout out, because I'm not, capable of doing that kind of stuff. But once I am able to, give out prizes for subscribers, I would really like to do that someday. Anyway, basically it's just a test of your knowledge. If you can figure out what issue of what comic is in the background of here to my left, you'll get a shout out, and everyone will bow to your innate knowledge of comic books. I'll also be doing some comic book reviews soon, because I've been reading a lot of comics lately, particularly whole volumes, whole collections from the library, and also through buying them at, my comic shop. So I hope to be able to do that kind of stuff soon. Anyway, this is Mythos signing out.